Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a new setup here. I have a mic, all professional, and I'm doing something new today. So first things first, I want to welcome you to the first episode of Let's Have Drinks. So a little backstory about this whole new segment with my YouTube. First things first is that I wanted to do something more than vlogs on this channel. I want to create things that would build a community that would edify us for everyone on here to learn something new or just to feel better about a lot of things. And last year I dropped 2 videos. I dropped my video of my transition from law to tech and me quitting my international tech job. And with those 2 videos, I got a lot of comments, DMs of people saying that they've gone through something similar or they're going through something similar and they couldn't share with anybody because they felt alone. And the funny thing is that when I was going through that also, I felt alone and I didn't talk about it much with anybody until I was over it. So because of this, I decided to just start having these conversations, firstly with my friends about things that people don't talk about that much or tell us about, or things that people just leave us, or adults like our parents leave us to just figure out on our own. And it's hard sometimes to figure these things out. So I hope you enjoy, and let's have drinks. Okay, so welcome to the first episode of Let's Have Drinks. And I have today here the beautiful Fisayo.
Hi guys.
Fisayo, introduce yourself to the people.
What should I say?
I don't know your name. Where are you based? Are you single? What do you do for fun?
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Fisayo. I recently moved back to Nigeria from the UK. What am I doing right now? I'm just chilling. I'm living life, existing. I'm single. I can't even actually answer that question. Yeah, that's basically basic information about me.
It's lovely to have you here. You know the funny thing is that when was the last time I saw you?
It's been a minute. It's been
2 years?
2021 summer. That was the last time.
That's the last time I saw you. It's lovely to see you again. This is the first time I've seen each other.
Yeah.
We just literally just allowed to see each other to film this. So today's drink is this drink that Fisayo chose. I agreed on it. Fisayo, please introduce this lovely, nasty drink that I decided to get for us.
It's not. I don't think it's nasty.
Oh my
it's not the
goodness.
nicest of drinks, but it's Desperados. Yeah, it's beer mixed with tequila, and I don't think it tastes as bad as Michael is saying. It's not sweet, but it's not bitter either. It's just there.
The whole concept of this drink doesn't make sense because beer tastes nasty and tequila doesn't even taste good either. So
I can't argue with that, but the drink doesn't taste as bad as she's making this seem.
I said that the drink is not supposed to be really strong. So what's the essence of the drink?
It's just if you need a little kick, it's 5 point what?
Anyway, it's weird because I haven't drank alcohol
6%
since December. I had half a shot and I practically almost vomited because I spent a good months last year not drinking anything. So you broke my alcohol thing today. Congratulations to you.
I haven't drank since the 23rd of February.
Wow.
Which is a bit.
Anyway, rating this drink, I rate this drink 2 out of 10.
It's I'll give it a 5.
Why would you choose a 5 over 10 drink?
Because it's not. No, but think about it. It's not. What's this thing called? It's not bad. It's just an alright drink. It's just their drink. It's like this or bullet. Do you want bullets? Yeah.
So today's topic is dealing with seasons of uncertainty. And you started by saying you moved back to Nigeria, which I have so many questions about because where we are right now with people in Nigeria, they're moving to the abroad. They're moving to the UK, Canada, anywhere they can move. Me right now, I want to leave. But then you decided to come back. And I remember a phone call we had last year, which was out of the blue phone calls because we legit don't call each other, just Instagram memes.
you were contemplating like, should I stay? Should I come back? So what was your thought process behind coming back?
For me, like going to school over there, it was always like in the back of my mind, you're coming back. Like it wasn't a there wasn't a discussion. Like everybody just knew that okay, I was coming back. Nigeria started to Nigeria properly, and and then my parents started to say, "Oh, are you sure you're not going to stay?" Especially my mom. She was just like, "I think you should stay there, get a job there. Like, there's nothing for you in Nigeria. Like, just stay." And I'm there like, I don't enjoy. I'm not a happy person when I'm in the UK, and I think my decision to come back revolves a lot around my mental health. Like, when I'm in the UK, I'm not necessarily the happiest of people. Weather pisses me off. People there piss me off. Like it's just I don't like to go out. I don't like to do shit. Like I will be in my room for weeks on end. Won't see anybody. Won't talk to anybody. I'll do my bit and that's it. So I came back tonight 2021 summer, and I was just like, even though things are hard and every day they frustrate you and like things don't work properly, I was a much happier person. And life is too short for me to be unhappy. I'm sorry. And I know like this is me playing into the fact that yes, I have some level of privilege that allows me to come back here and know that no matter what happens, to a certain extent, I will be fine. And that is why I took the jump. Like I understand people that they have nothing here, so obviously they would leave. And I don't blame them because they're doing the best for them. But this was the best for me. And it's not the end of the road. I may decide in a couple of years that I don't want to be here anymore and figure out a way to leave. Like, just because I've come back now doesn't necessarily mean that it may be a mistake, but I'm very optimistic right now.
Wow.
Like,
We're talking about a couple of things, and I know a bunch of people that have moved, and two things they complained about was the housing situation and the job market.
oh my God.
And so I know you experienced that because you wanted to move before then moving back to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So what was the whole shebang?
So I finished school and my sister was also there with me. So she also finished uni. And we decided, okay, we will stay back in the UK. And we started to look for jobs.
What did you study?
I did a master's in digital marketing. And we started to look for jobs and things are not. You know how they used to tell you that education will open doors for you? Yeah, it wasn't opening those doors that they said will open.
That.
So things weren't looking optimistic, and being an international student in the UK looking for sponsorship, companies are not necessarily excited to have to pay the sponsorship fee. They don't necessarily want to do that. And economy is going down the drain and everyone is trying to cut costs. People were like layoffs up and down. So it just wasn't looking optimistic. And my lease ended on the 3rd of September. And my sister and I had been looking for a place for like 3 months prior to our lease ending.
Goodness.
And it
3 months.
Yeah, it took us about 6 months because we eventually found a place at the end of I think end of November. So between that September and November, we were living with my mom's friend in the UK. And my sister has started her job in Reading, so she used to commute her commute the whole day was like 4 hours every day.
Wait,
and everything.
You guys were living where?
In London.
London to Reading, back and forth.
Yeah,
every day.
Every day.
Goodness.
And it was just long. Like she would come back home and she'll be crying. Like she was just sad. I was constantly sad. Like even like going for house viewings, you would go there and you come back and they'll be like, oh, you're not employed. My sister is not making enough, so we can't get a place because we don't make up to. In the UK, you have to make, I think, is it 80% or 30% of the entire rent in your salary and stuff like that. So if you're not, and then they had to be guarantor, and it just became excessively long, and housing market went down the drain. So usually, like in Reading, there's usually like they say 10,000 houses on the market. This year, it was like 900 in total.
Oh,
so imagine everybody's trying to move out of London to the outskirts because London is too expensive now. So people are overbidding for the houses in Reading. So something that would usually cost like 1-2, by the time you put in your offer, the landlord will get back to you and be like, oh, we took someone who offered more. The person offered 1.5. Like
Why would
that's an
someone
extra.
offer more?
But
Like,
because
why?
people are desperate to get housing. Like it's a thing of people are fighting to get houses and stuff like that. So eventually we found one place. It was excessively expensive, and I'm very grateful for my father because he was just like, you've been looking for houses for so long, take it. Like you can't be homeless, take it. Like your sister can't be commuting up and down, like take it and everything. So if not for him, I don't know what would have done. But yeah, we got place. It was excessively expensive. Took the lease for 6 months. And then at the end of December, I decided, yeah, I'm not staying here.
Wait, so you didn't finish your lease?
No.
Girl.
So basically, our family friend is currently living there because she goes to uni in Reading, so she's living there. But we paid for everything, and because we didn't have salaries that could make up their 80%, 30%, whatever it is, we had to pay everything the entire 6 months upfront. So we paid the deposit, we paid the entire 6 months upfront and everything.
No, my goodness.
Anyway, December comes and I decide I'm coming back to Nigeria. I'm not staying there. Like it wasn't for me. I don't want to be there anymore. I've been there for years. And last, if I get a good job over there, maybe I will move back. If not, it is what it is. Like I will try maybe a different country if I decide to live in Nigeria. And another thing about the UK is the fact that you are living from hand to mouth in some aspects. So you're making let's say you're making 30 grand. By the time you pay your taxes on your 30 grand and you pay your rent and you pay your heating and your electricity, you pay your phone, you're really not left with much to enjoy life. And I can't be working. And people say, oh my God, but you're earning in pounds, but you're also spending in pounds. Food was getting more expensive. Electricity had more than doubled.
I heard there's like an egg scarcity. And I eat lots of eggs.
Like,
so I would die.
like farmers are going on strike. The whole Brexit thing happened. People don't it was just like the companies that would have hired you as an international, they all left and went back to their various European countries. So yeah, everybody's there looking at each other like, what the hell is going on? And I was just like, it's not me being there, spending pounds when I'm not necessarily making that much money. Come back home, live in your father's house for a bit, you get a job, you work. While you're here, you do your NYSC. And then you take things from there. Like, life is too long and too short at the same time for you to be miserable. Your 20s go by like this.
Honestly, we're 2025 this year.
Your 20s go by like this. And it's just like, you now look back and you be like, what exactly have I done?
Very true. But we're 2025 this year, and that's absolutely crazy. I can't imagine. I mean, my
mid-20s gang.
Yo, crazy. So with you moving back to Nigeria, I know that was just like, yeah, I can't deal with this anymore. I have to come back. And how has it been like the past 3 months?
It's been all right. Like, as I said, I'm very optimistic. Like, there have been days where I'm like, Fisayo, did you do the right thing? Did you make a mistake? But overall, I'm very happy being back. Like, I'm very happy being back. Looking for a job now is not necessarily the easiest, but overall, I'm in a much better place, like mental wise. It is what it is.
So, like, you know how Nigeria is, like Nigeria just Nigeria's, and how the elections have been. Which we won't go into details because, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Google it. But you know how Nigeria's Nigerian, and there's this Nigerian factor of you can be the best, hope for the best, do the right thing.
And Nigeria
but
still happens.
Nigeria just happens and everything just goes. So isn't that like slightly scary?
It is very terrifying not knowing where you're going to end up or if things will work out for you the way you envision. But like, that's life. Like, you can never be like, be 100% guaranteed that this thing that I'm doing is going to pan out this way. It's a risk. And you have to measure, like, weigh whether or not it's worth it for you as an individual. For me right now, I don't necessarily have like that many responsibilities.
Yeah.
So now is the time for me to decide that, okay, if I want to try living in Nigeria, I should try living in Nigeria. Not the one when I'm 30 and maybe I have kids. I'm now trying to, no. So it's scary. Like every day is scary, but I think I'm dealing with it by not complaining about things that I can't change. Like if I don't have the power to change it, there's no point in me getting upset and getting angry and like wasting all this energy on the fact that I can't change it. Like I can't change it, so you deal with it and you move on. And it's actually made life a lot easier for me. And I know it's easy to say, but like just have to practice and be like, oh, this person did something stupid or they didn't deliver on time. Okay, they didn't. I can't change the fact that it's not. So how do I move on from this? Like, you just have to keep pushing.
It's one thing though, like coming back to Nigeria is definitely like starting your life all over again. And then you see people that you went to school with and all of that. These people are like, wherever they are, Nigeria, UK, wherever, it just seems like they've made strides and they're doing things and they're really adulting in a sensible way. So has it been hard, like just seeing that and just be like, ah, darn, why didn't things just click for me?
I think then this is like props to my personality. What other people do, big ups to you and everything, but I'm very good at not letting it affect the way I feel about myself and about my life. So like my friends are doing phenomenal things. People have well-paying jobs. They're living lives that is like, oh my God. My time will come.
The time will come.
My time will come. Like it has no choice but to come.
Exactly. Like what is for you is going to be for
me.
I remember when I was in Unilag and they were just striking left, right, center. And apparently I'm going to go and strike again. Sorry about that. Honestly, it's so painful because some people have been in 500 level for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, oh, people are graduating. And I'm just like, I'm here. And it's not even my fault. And I can't, like, but I think something I learned was, like, first of all, just, you're not in competition with anybody. Like, it's your own lane.
It's your own race.
However you want to run the race.
You're competing with yourself.
Exactly. Like Beyonce.
You're competing with yourself. Like, face what you want to do, what you like. That's it. That this life, if you look at other people, you will forever be sad because there's always something that's going to be doing better than you.
Yeah.
Do you,
boo?
Unapologetic. Like, don't even see. I've now, like, I don't necessarily ask for people's opinions regarding what I'm doing. I'm just going to be like, I just do what I want to do when I want to do it, and that's it. Like, because there's always going to be people that tell you, oh, I don't think this is smart. I don't think don't do this. And if you listen to their opinions, they may be the ones to stop you from achieving what you were supposed to achieve. Like, do you and be confident in what you've chosen to do.
So what do you think, like, do you have like action plans, like your next steps for like the next year? I know now you're chilling.
My next step is to at least get my NYC done. That's what's on my mind right now. Do my NYC. But then, so basically, like, fashion is my passion. Like, that's one thing that I think I'm very good at. So me and my sister have been planning to start our own brand. And that's basically what we're working on now. Yeah, and then also learning.
I saw you wear something. The thing I saw you wear yesterday, is it from the line? Or that's from like your mom's line?
No, it was from, so basically 2021 summer when I came.
Yeah.
I didn't bring enough clothes. And I was just like, oh, I want to make something. So that was one of the things I was just like, oh, Mom, can you make this for me? And she was like, yeah. Like for me,
so you designed that?
Yeah.
I just want to say I saw it. It was amazing. I'm looking forward to this fashion line. Definitely will patronize.
So like that's what I'm looking towards doing now. Like I don't necessarily have like very set plans. Oh, I must do this, do this, do this. I'm going with the flow to a certain extent. And I know to some people it might be very ridiculous that I'm going with the flow, but I am, and it is what it is.
If you could pick 1 year of your life to do over, which year would you pick and why?
1 year of my life to do over.
I have mine. Should I tell you mine? Mine would be my A-levels. I'll have done foundation instead of A-levels because I'll have left this country. Like the fact that I did 2 years was what changed everything. But at the same time, if I didn't do those 2 years, I wouldn't have learned enough about myself like I did now. I feel like I would have been doing law. And my life would be so different. And it might be better different. I don't know, but I kind of like my life as it is now. I really do enjoy my life, and I enjoy the growth that has happened to me by doing those 2 years. But I feel like that particular part of my life was a turning point of like a lot of things. Yeah.
I think mine would be first year of uni. I would have gone to the uni I wanted to go to and studied what I wanted to study.
What was that?
So initially, I applied for international business at uni. I got into it at, what uni was it? Reading. And that was like, initially we had agreed, okay, that was where I'm going, blah, blah, blah. And then my dad woke up one morning and was like, no, I want you to go to Loughborough. And so basically because I didn't get I was 1 mark away from a B in math. So Loughborough was like, nah, you can't do international business. So I did communication, media, and journalism. That's what I studied. But I would have insisted on going to my Reading and doing my international business.
You know, something similar almost happened to me. I almost went to University of Ibadan to study law. I don't know how my life would have been. I feel like I'll have had like a very strong H factor.
But to be honest, I don't know how my life would have turned out either, because like through going like to Loughborough and everything, I've met some fantastic people. But that's the 1 year of my life that I've just been like, yeah.
Was it like big turning points for a lot of things that happened?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay. But we remain grateful.
Remain grateful. In all things, give thanks. Another question is, how would you like your life to be different in 3 years?
In 3 years, I would like to be a lot more settled. In 3 years, I would like for my brand to be established. In 3 years, I would like to have found love. I don't know about like marriage in 3 years, but like love. In 3 years, I would like to be a lot more content. Like be at a place where I'm like, my life is good. Yeah.
This is so deep because my own question in 3 years, I would like to have traveled to like how many countries? But definitely in 3 years married. I can't imagine I just said that to my God, I'm so shy. Probably will have moved somewhere because I'm not doing this country with y'all. Also, be more senior, be like a senior designer. Definitely be a senior designer by then. Probably will have started a brand of mine. I'm not really sure what I'll have started with at that point. I have a bunch of things. I don't want to share it yet. And just be really happy. I think also we'll have grown this platform.
Built a very strong community.
Yeah. Just be wonderful. I'm very optimistic.
I think that's the only way you can live this life. Be optimistic. Be delusional about how well things are going to turn out for you. If not, if you want to live in reality,
you're gonna be so sad. Actually, we live in Nigeria.
I'm sorry for you. Like,
yeah.
You need to be delusional.
All right. Thank you for coming on here, Fisayo. Let's just cheers to this nasty ass drink.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you in the next one.
See ya.